Some schools need canteen facilities. Others need teaching material, among other things. And I'm a stickler for maintenance. And government has a bad reputation. We have a very low budget for maintenance of our facilities. So over years, a lot of these buildings have been allowed to deteriorate. The reality is, notwithstanding the commitment of the state, there's not enough money to address all these needs adequately. But ladies and gentlemen, we cannot afford to fail our children. Most of us, if not all of us, know of individuals from poor backgrounds who struggle to overcome tremendous challenges and through education pull themselves and their families up into better social circumstances. And I was quite heartened by Mr. Garvey's presentation yesterday, your regional chairman, yes, for JPS, that he didn't get his qualification while in school, started working at JPS as a technician, but he had a vision to go back to school, qualified himself, and just look at him now. He's a big top man in JPS, giving us energy and more energy. All right. Now, many persons have made it, and I'm sure Glenn, as a former teacher, knows that very well, through sacrifices, and indeed, Costas Rotolorum, by the way, former teacher, did you know that? Yes. So they made sacrifice of their parents, and sometimes with the support of mentors and other benefactors. So as I indicated in my invitation to you, despite the many challenges facing Jamaica, and I always see it as half full and not half empty, we also see tremendous opportunities for far-reaching development, investment, and growth. Indeed, as we transform the economy, yes, Mr. Perriman, I'm happy to see what NCB has done. We have to have more qualified Jamaicans to participate in the new economy. The unskilled labor will find no employment, and therefore we have to make sure every child is impacted so they can have at least a skill when they leave the education system. So therefore, education remains a powerful tool to enable those most in need to grasp these opportunities. We must, however, approach this in a strategic and coordinated way. In fact, as I have been traveling across the diaspora, it's one of the reasons why I'm insisting that the chairman and Ms. Maris to get it done in terms of the diaspora coordinator, because there are a lot of contributions we're getting right across, both locally, that we need to capture in a database, so we're not competing, but we're partnering, because including schools need to be very transparent in reporting. So it's very insistent they need to tell us all their source of income and contribution so we can coordinate, and we can also report and give recognition to those who are contributing. So I want to say, all of you who are going to contribute this morning, that's why I want you to tell us. So we are going to make sure the whole world knows that you're good corporate citizens. Sometimes leaders of organizations with good intentions and even well thought out plans end up working at cross purposes. This project, which we are looking at today, is meant to avoid that. In fact, the priorities set for NET and OEC are to solicit funding and avoid duplication of efforts. So we are appealing to the wider Jamaican society, and in particular, you and your organizations which have exemplary track records in development assistance and corporate social responsibility, to join us in this effort. Ladies and gentlemen, partners, our aim is to find new and creative ways to support the renovation of our schools that need the most urgent attention. And we are particularly focused on our primary and early childhood institution. The high schools have gotten a bumper crop recently from our significant increased investment in high school. Government is giving them about 100% more PS this financial year than they got last year. And in the context of partnership, let me be clear, what we have said, we abolish mandatory fees. No mandatory fees, there's no barrier. But we still have to encourage parents who can contribute to contribute, because it can't be that we're asking all of corporate Jamaica to contribute, but parents can't be given an opportunity to contribute. But we are not, because equally I'm aware that 50% of all the children in our school system are poor and are on our PATH program. So we can't have a policy that have mandatory fees. I've been trying to explain that to many, many persons. So I'm happy you understand. So our aim is to find, therefore, these new and creative ways. So we're inviting you to invest in the lives of our children through the Pledge to Build project that was mentioned earlier. Under this project, which began earlier this month and goes through to the end of January 2017, we're inviting persons to donate online or via check and indicate to which of Jamaica's 14 parishes they want their donations to go. And if you are from 2 parishes, then of course we expect you to contribute to both parishes. But you can decide. At the end of the donation period, the donations will be tallied by parish as raised, and looking at the parish that has raised the most money will be declared the winner, of course. We believe that by partnering with us, by providing cash, building material, or other forms of help, you will be playing a significant role in the transformation of Jamaica's education system. You will also enable thousands of children across Jamaica to gain access to education and in better learning environments. And if you've heard about solar, and we're now in the age of STEM and ICT. So again, that is also a big push that we need. And the primary schools have been calling that they want the Wi-Fi, they want the technology access, they want Wi-Fi in every classroom, they want smart technologies in every classroom. And we need school management system, learning platform, flipping the classroom so a lot of the instructional material will be available online for students to access, for teachers to interact with their students, for parents to see what their students are doing, and greater accountability and efficiency in the education system through technology. But all that costs money, and at the moment doesn't exist. So we need your investment to get Jamaica up to speed in the 21st century quality teaching and learning environment. We have the curriculum, but we now need the resources and the quality environment to better enhance our teaching and learning. So we make this appeal with a great sense of urgency. And I can't predict the future, but while I have the present, I have to push forward with urgency. I have set a timeline of 3 years to complete all of this, because in 3 years, for example, I have said, and it appears now when I make a commitment, it must be done. So all schools, the remaining 42 schools that are on shift, must come off shift within 3 years. That's a declaration. That must happen. And so Pierce and Chairman Nicholas Scott, ED Marcia Phillips Dawkins are required to go across Jamaica to the ends of the earth to find the money to get this done. So I would suggest, if you want them to retain their jobs, would you please make sure before you leave this morning, would you fill out your pledge card and make your pledge. And remember, there's joy in giving, right? So don't bother complaining about the giving. And the more you give, the more you're blessed, and your companies are going to get more money. You're going to get more profitable by giving. Yes? Amen? Amen. Each week that passes in which a child attends school in a poorly ventilated, inadequately lit room means a setback for that student in some way or other. It is very important, therefore, that we get basic infrastructure in place as we move to make the use of information communication technology an integral part of the teaching learning experience. We are counting, therefore, on your support as a better educated populace contributes to a more productive and efficiently run society. There's no reason why we can't outdo Japan or Singapore, because we have more resources. We just need to develop our human potential Students remain in school, develop their full educational potential. So we have quality workforce, attracting high quality investment. High quality investment leads to higher quality productivity. Higher quality productivity leading to higher levels of economic growth. So the 5 in 4 can soon become 10 in 4. And therefore the PS and every one of these people will have higher income, disposable income, so that they can bank more money at NCB, buy more products at Seprod, and those who are in the pharmaceutical distribution business over there, they will also make sure that, that they spend the money. So all of us will benefit. And we have a more peaceful society. We can invest more in fighting crime and all of that. You see, are you seeing the vision? We're all in this together. So, as we look at fixing or installing basic infrastructure, we know that other educational projects need additional financial support. Among them are projects to improve literacy, numeracy, and attendance in school. Nutritional programs, we still need more support, breakfast and lunch programs. Special programs targeting the gifted and talented learners. Programs for children with special needs, that's another big program of inclusive education that we have to have a system where no child is left behind. And special needs are very expensive to deal with those unique issues. After school project field trips and competitions. Programs to purchase books for schools and libraries. NET has already developed an education needs database. This is a compilation of current school needs based on reviews and assessment, physical inspection, and the reports of the National Education Inspectorate. The list of sector needs will allow persons to search and undertake targeted interventions. It will also assist in the equitable allocation of donations across the sector. The aim is to bring about the kinds of changes that will see students and schools in greatest need benefit from the goodwill of you wonderful donors. I am sure that as we explore an organized partnership, we will be able to build pathway to support and facilitate the sustained social and economic empowerment of our children and our people as a whole. So, ladies and gentlemen, I certainly want to thank you on behalf of the Permanent Secretary and my team at the Ministry of Education for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us this morning for this very historic occasion where you're partnering with us to build a better Jamaica. Our children are counting on you. Our children need you. Jamaica needs you. Your investment in our children, your investment in education will lead to a better, more prosperous and safer Jamaica. Would you now join us? Please give us that which I'm sure you have capacity so to do, so that together we will go forward to a productive exchange of ideas and make our dreams for education a reality. God bless you as you give. Thank you.
On behalf of the Honorable Minister of Education, Youth and Information, I wish to extend sincere thanks to all of you who accepted his invitation to join him this morning for this important interaction to see how we can continue to grow the partnership for education. The Minister and the teams from the Overseas Examinations Commission and the National Education Trust have set out the needs and priority areas for the sector, and I know it will help to guide you in your deliberations on how best you can help the sector. Remember, as was mentioned by Master of Ceremonies, there are pledge cards in your folders on which you can indicate your areas of interest. I would like to thank Mr. Brian Bennett Easy, Mr. Hector Stevenson, and the team from the Overseas Exams Commission. Special mention goes to Marketing Specialist at the OEC, Mrs. Michelle Wilson Reynolds. Thank you to those partners who have over the years made significant financial contributions to the education sector. I single out the NCB Foundation for years of helping to offset the costs of examination fees for hundreds of students. Special mention also to the Jamaica Public Service Company, who've recently come on board to pay exam fees for students sitting in electrical and electronic technology, and the Spanish Jamaica Foundation for subsidizing students' exam fees relating to the oral component of CSEC Spanish from Western Jamaica. I would like to thank the Reverend Courtney Stewart for so expertly guiding this morning's program. I hope that he's been able to motivate you to come on board this partnership. We thank him for kindly accepting our invitation. We know he has more than a passing interest in education. Last but not least, I would like to thank the team from NET, Carleen Ramden-Farron from the MD's office, Camissia Clark, Shirley Moncrief, and Latoya Harris. Thanks also to event planner Ms. Tricia Knotts and her team. I would also like to thank Ms. Dion Bramwell from the Office of the Minister. Without these persons, this event would not have happened.